Welcome to Muscle in the Morning, brought to you by Iron Mag Labs. Make your mark. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Friday, July 29th, 2016. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. Operation Supersize Haas seems to be off and running without a hitch so far for our old friend Fouad Abhiyaan. Since making his presence felt earlier in the year at the Toronto Pro, Abhiyaan has taken some time off to get back to the basics of good old-fashioned heavy training. And apparently the results are paying off, because recently a 280-pound Fouad was spotted training shoulders while looking like an absolute tank. Abhiyaan really is a blue-collar bodybuilder that's turned himself into one heck of an athlete who keeps finding new ways to reinvent himself year in and year out. I'm not sure if he has any plans to compete again before year's end or not, but you can be certain that if he does, we'll get the absolute best version of Fouad Abhiyaan that he could possibly offer. Olympia prep mode is off and running for Lucas Osladil. This week, someone in the Osladil camp leaked the official first set of progress photos from his current Olympia prep, where we see the man with one of the nuttiest structures in bodybuilding look like he's finally starting to round into form. Following his automatic qualification from winning last year's Phoenix Europa Pro, Osladil has decided to take the entire season off to prepare for this year's Olympia, which might end up looking like a stroke of genius if everything turns out as he hopes. In the past, Osladil has shown us that he knows how to get into shape when it's go time. So if he's made even a few moderate improvements and doesn't have to sacrifice his conditioning, he does have the tools to make things very interesting in the back part of the Mr. Olympia Top 10. If you've been sleeping on Candace Lewis and the figure division, it might be time for you to wake up and pay attention, because the perennial Olympia threat and three-time pro winner is heading into this year's contest looking for a fight. After finding herself on the wrong end of a top 3 finish for the last 2 years, this time around, Lewis is pulling out all the stops and looking to do whatever it takes to wrestle the figure crown away from the Loctite grip of defending champion Latoya Watts. From a structural standpoint, Lewis might be the only athlete in the sport right now who's ready to stand there and trade shots with Watts. And if Lewis can find a way to outcondition her, there's a real possibility she can make a strong push for the win. A little less than 2 months away from making her Olympia debut, rising fitness star Arielle Kard doesn't seem to be leaving anything to chance. Once upon a time, Khadr was the youngest IFBB pro ever when she won her pro card a few years ago at the Team Universe. And now with a little bit more age and a touch of experience, and one big fat win at the Toronto Super Show under her belt, Khadr is on a collision course to stand in there and square off against some of the best in the sport for the first time in a young career. The top of the fitness division has been a pretty tough nut to crack over the past few seasons, but when you have the kind of drive and talent that Khadr has, it only seems like a matter of time before we start to find her working up the ladder to the elite level. A few weeks away from taking her talents to Hong Kong for the first time in her illustrious career, fitness superstar Bethany Wagner looks like she's about to make an impact. Already this season, we've seen Wagner make a couple of huge splashes, including sending some major waves through the fitness division with her win back at the Arnold, South Africa. Pound for pound, on any stage, on any continent, Bethany Wagner is one of the best fitness competitors in the game right now. And if she can find a way to pull off a win in Asia, she's going to head into this Olympia with a whole lot of momentum that could very easily carry her right up into the top 2 or 3, possibly even have her challenge for the win. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning, brought to you by Iron Mag Labs. Make your mark. Check out ironmaglabs.com today. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions. And make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Hey guys, it's Stevie B here. If you like what you're seeing, hit the subscribe button below and never miss another RX Muscle show, segment, or update. RX Muscle is number one. Woo!